this is Harry from Kailo again. Let's continue with some more slack key stuff. If you've never been introduced to it, I'm going to teach you some guitar licks for slack key. And I'm in an open G tuning again. This is D, G, D, G, B, D as the last lesson. Okay. Now, I'm going to just use one chord. So I'm going to use this bass line, and I want you to count in beats of 2. So we're going to be going 1, 2, 1, 2. So your thumb will just be going between the 5th and 4th string. Okay. So the first step is to get this thing going, let's get this engine going. So I'm going to write these things down if you've never done this before. Some of the things that you hear in slack key is these things called hammer-ons and pull-offs. So what a hammer-on is you pick, I'll just use the first string. You pick the first string, and let's say you slam on your finger on the 2nd fret, and I have that pictured on the hand on the screen. And you see that squiggly line over to the 0 to 2. So number 2 represents the fret. Okay, it could be any finger. Right? It could be. Okay, so opposite of a hammer-on is a pull-off. So what a pull-off is you pick the 2 and you actually pluck the string with your left hand. You're pulling it off to the side. I tend to go this way. My teacher Raymond Kane did the opposite. He went this way. So that's kind of interesting. So it doesn't really matter what finger and which direction you go. So a hammer-on is when it's going from a lower note to a higher note. A pull-off is when it's going from a higher note to a lower note. So you can combine these things. So here's an example of a hammer-on right into a pull-off. So notice it's written 0, 2, 0 with a double arch. That's a hammer-on first going to a pull-off. The opposite, pull-off, hammer-on. Okay, so those are examples of what it looks like on paper. Okay, now here's lick number 1. Did you get you started? We're gonna from hammer-on, pull-off. So we're gonna go thumb and then together. So you want to count this as 1 and 2 and. You can use any finger you want. Your first goal is to just get this going, where the thumb goes back and forth. And as time goes on, you can speed it up. Okay, after you get that going, here's what I call lick number 1. We'll go, it's written up here, it's a 0, 2, 0, hammer-on, pull-off, together. And then we'll do the same thing on the 5th fret. Okay, so our first job is to get that going, where it's 2 measures of G. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So I'll call this lick number 1. Okay, after you get this going, ideas how to mix these up. So let's say any song that you learn from in the future, you have 2 measures of G. And you could throw this lick in. Well, how do we mix it up? Well, one idea, flip it. So notice on the screen I took the original written and I have it opposite. So I'm going to start with the 5 first. So if I played the original one, going from the 2 to the 5, and then the second time I play 5 to 2, there's the second one. That's one idea. Okay. Here's another idea. I call it like an X, because I'm going to go from here to here, and then the opposite from here to here. So I'll start from 2nd fret, and this will be written out like this. And then I'm going to go the other way. So get that going first. And then just repeat. I could take that and flip it. I could start, so instead of starting from the 2nd fret, I start from the 5th. And then the third way that you can mix this up is, I don't know if you play chess, but if you play chess, you know how the horse, the knight, moves in an L shape. Well, here's an L shape. So the one I have written starts at the 5th fret, then 2nd fret, 2nd fret. Yeah? It's like an L shape, and then go to the opposite. I could take that and flip it, so you might catch on by reading it. So the game is for you to be able to mix it up in any order you like, but you can't stop the thumb. So you fool around with that and we'll come back and I'll teach you more licks. Aloha. So let's do a quick close-up so you can see what I'm doing in more detail with the tab written on the top. Lick number 1. Lick number 2, the reverse. Okay, lick number 3. Lick number 4, the reverse of that X. Lick number 5, the L shape. Lick number 6, the reverse of the L shape.